Today we have a PS5 that looks like it wants to turn on. Got the blue light changing to white. And then 3 slow beeps and it shuts off. And if we keep clicking on the button, we've actually got to wait a little while before that'll happen again, but it pretty much just repeats the process. You press the button, you hear a beep, light starts flashing, and then shortly after you get 3 slow beeps and then no power. So let's take a look inside and see if we can figure out what's going on. And when I plugged it in, blue light came on. That's interesting. Yeah, we got the fan spinning. Disk drive is spinning, but it does not want to stay on. And when I unplug it, the blue light flashes also. That's kind of interesting. And look at that. Okay, I thought this might be a problem. I should say I thought this might be the problem. This is a pretty common one. Fortunately, not too difficult to solve. If you take a look right over here, we'll zoom in. And you'll see that this little cable that plugs into the motherboard ended up right on top of this screw hole right here. And has caused some damage to that cable. So when this is damaged and connected to the motherboard, it will prevent the device from turning on. If we unplug it, it should function. What I'm going to do is go find a spare to plug in so that we can test that theory and hope that that is the only issue that we have. And if so, this will be one of those days where we get kind of lucky and don't have to dig too far for a solution. Okay, so I have my donor right here, which fortunately will allow me to test this thing without digging all this out from the inside. So we should be able to just plug this in right here. And I'll put the LED up here on the top so you can see it. Make sure that's plugged in. Okay, I didn't see a blue flash. Okay, let's see what happens here. We've got our blue light. It's actually on the other side. White light, I guess. And there we go. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and make sure this fires all the way up. Okay, apparently I didn't have the other camera on, but I do now. So you can see that once we restarted this thing, alright, and fortunately you can buy just this flex cable by itself. You don't have to get this board that's attached to it, and I'm going to show you right now how we're going to install that. It's pretty straightforward. We just have to go down along this channel over here, make sure we don't get stuck in that screw hole, and we should be able to plug it in and have this thing ready to go. The interesting thing is you'll want to check out your cable as soon as you get it, because somehow I ended up buying one that is actually missing one end completely. So let's see, there is no blue and there are no contacts on one end of this thing for some strange reason. Anyhow, we'll get that exchanged. So let's get this thing going. All right, with any luck, and I'm going to go ahead and unplug the power here. And just because it's a bit of a stretch, I'm going to unplug that too. So what we need to do is route this thing under this tape and along the edge. Let's get this thing out first. I still find it funny that they use tape to hold things in place on this somewhat expensive piece of technology. There's a pill. We can always replace that, of course. Actually, some Kapton tape might even be a better idea. Okay, and it actually goes under a slot right in here. There's a tab that you can get underneath, and we might need some tweezers for that. Okay, that's going to be fun getting the new one in, isn't it? We might have to just go ahead and pull this out after all. Of course, we probably can just snake it along the inside, I would guess. Let's unplug this right here. It's just going to pull out that direction. The blue always faces you. So once we get out from under here, get this unstuck, probably could pull it through just like that. And the new one, we'll get some tape on. Like I said, I think we're going to unplug one end of this. Let's see, tape will go right about there. And then what we will do, this little plastic strip you can lift, and even down here you can kind of lift this up. It should come off, I'm going to say right here, just like that. Lift, and that'll give you a little room to work with, so we can get this thing plugged in. Still kind of tricky to see what I'm doing from this angle. Alright, so here is our connector. Okay, make sure that's plugged in. And this, remember, is going to go underneath. A little tab back here, so straighten this cable out if it's not already. It's going to go right under there. And pull it to where it's almost tight. Go ahead and stick that tape down. And we should be good on this side. So now, let's make sure we keep this out of the way. Oops, I just went out from underneath it. I don't always cooperate. Okay, that's going to go up. Get this thing back on. Like that. And now we're going to go inside, kind of get behind that screw hole. And this is going to have to face this way, so I think we have a little slack here to work with, don't we? Okay, and now we can get this plugged in. And we should be set from here out. We will not damage this cable when we put the screw through here. Alright, one final test before we put the rest of the screws in, just to make sure it's not shutting down. Alright, no beeps, no shutdown. All we have to do is put the screws in and we're ready to go.